Hello friends, and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. This is a part 2 video to a Do a Lesson with Us with all about reading level 2 Leap into Reading. If you missed the first one, I'll link that down in the description as well as put a card. If you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So now we're going to pull out the activity book and get started with the second part of this lesson. Enjoy! I'm going to come in here and I am going to pull out our activity sheet. So it says, let's sort some yaks and flies. If you missed my video of how I set up for this year, I will post a card right here because I am loving how I set up the activity sheets this year. So I go here, I have lesson 4. All right, so we have this sheet. And then we have a sheet that we need to cut out to use for this activity. If you watched where I was prepping for this or where I have talked about all about reading, you will know that most of the time I don't cut these out because I think it's good practice for her to work on cutting. So what I do is, will you get your scissors, please?
But you mostly like share. Okay.
I'm going to cut out the main section. And then I give her half and I cut out half. This is something you can definitely do beforehand, but I just think this is a great opportunity to practice those cutting skills. So do you want to cut out the flies or the yaks?
Yaks.
All right. So we have everything cut up here. I'm just going to mix them up a little bit. It says cut out the word cards, mix them up, and place them in a pile. Then I'm going to give her this, and you're going to choose a card and one by one read the words aloud. You will decide whether the word has a y sound like yak, or if it has an I sound like fly. And then you're going to put it in the right column. Yeah, so actually, I'm sorry. These, I think, are supposed to be face down so we don't see
the picture?
The picture, yeah. So you'll say it, and then you'll put it on this side so you don't actually look at the fly or the yak on them.
Yeah, yak. I'm going to say that's a yak.
Good guess.
Yeah. Yet.
Good job.
Yeah. Yum. Yeah. Yell. Ba. I buy. Yeah. Yam. Sp. I spy. I think it doesn't fly. I try. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So before we flip them over, do you see anything that these things have in common where the Y is?
Yeah, the Y is at the back and Y is at the front?
That's right. So over here we have the Y is at the beginning of the word. Over here the Y is at the end of the word. So you want to flip those over, see if we have all flies. Good job.
Yak.
So what I do is I just take all my pieces here. I'm just going to put all those in there. Set these here for the moment. And now we're going to have some reading practice words. Here. So I'll pull out of my future lessons section and I'm going to pull out 12 to 19. All of the cards are numbered on the top for reading, so you can look really quickly to see which ones you need. And then I am going to show her these words. Now, even if she masters these right now, I will leave them in for one more round so that in the morning or tomorrow when we look through the next words then if she masters it that time, it will for sure go in the pile. But if she masters it like right away, I usually let it go one round to make sure it is really mastered and not something we're just remembering from working already.
Bye.
Bye.
Fly. Try. I cry. My. She. Shy.
Very good.
I.
Very good.
Sky.
Very good. Very good. If your student has issues with the B and D, which is a common thing at this age, there are different tips in this book. So again, most of these, if she reads them like this tomorrow, those will be mastered cards. So I'm going to set these over here. I just set them inside my word records view right there. And then we are also going to be teaching 2 leap words today. So I'm going to get out card number 20 and card number 21. So tell me what a leap word is.
A leap word is the word that you can't sound out.
That's right. A leap word is generally known as a sight word, a word that they can't sound out. And with All About Reading, we know that if there's a little frog jumping across the card, it means that it is a leap word. And so when we see it, we don't really sound it out, we just sight word it. This first card right here is from, as in, I am from Utah. What does the O say in this word? From.
This word?
It's an O, but what is it saying? What sound do you hear? From.
It's the short sound.
It's saying, no, it's saying a U sound. It's saying the sound, okay? So in this word, the O is saying that last sound, the 4th sound that we hear, which is instead of the more common short sound of ah, right? You haven't learned other words with the O saying yet. So this frog will remind you to stop and remember this special leap word. What is this word?
From.
From. Very good. Then we have another word. This word is your.
Your?
As in, this is your cat.
Duh.
It is another common word that doesn't follow the rules that you have learned so far. In this word, the O, U, and R work together to say or. So that's totally different, isn't it?
It says, this is your cat.
Very good. So she's reading. Sometimes it'll give them a little sentence on the bottom so you can see. And so it didn't do it on this because it gave me an example of I am from Utah. And most of the time when it gives me that example, it puts it right there like it does there. So what is this word?
Your.
Your.
Like,
that's right.
This is your cat.
Mm-hmm.
This is your cat.
So these are going to go right behind our review words also. And that way they're right here at the front. When we start tomorrow, we will review our phonograms and we will review the word cards that we have for today. I'm going to go ahead and put the Y back in there also. Our next step is practice fluency, and we're going to turn to page 39 and 41. So we're going to get those pages out of the activity book, and we're going to read through these. Depending on the day, we might not read all of these. And something new for level 2 is we've been getting sheets with challenge words. And so this is just a little bit more difficult blending. And so it's not necessary that you do these, but you can if you kind of want to give that challenge or exposure to it. Today, this is only one sheet front and back. It's not too bad, and so we'll do all of this today. You will also get to see her favorite way of doing the phrases, which she just pulled out. And so we will do those in a moment, but first we're going to read the new words, okay?
Okay.
There are times that we might put this in like a protective sheet, and she marks them off on the protective sheet, or we pretend that we're making a shopping list or something.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fun. Do you want to do that today?
Yeah.
All right, let me get that really quick. All right, I showed these little beauties in our last video where we were game schooling, but they are Pocket Pro, and they are just clear protective sheets. You can put anything that you want in there, and this is just a great way to be able to continue to reuse a sheet over and over, and you're not wasting as much paper, and it's just fun, right? All right, so we're going to start with our new words, and can you read those for me?
What would I do, like give you stuff in?
Here, I'll pretend it's on my list. So you read it, and I will see if it's on my list. From, yes.
Your.
Yes.
Myself.
Perfect. Yes, I've got that. By. My. Sky. Very good. Oh, one more. Sorry. Fry. All right. And another alternative to doing these besides just sitting and reading them is you can get put them on the keyboard and let them type it out. And then they type it and then they read it. And so she liked to do that a lot last year. We haven't done it so much this year yet.
Yeah, that was really fun too.
All right, so we're going to do the phrases. And like I said, this is her favorite way to play the phrases. And so I just cut this all out, and it stays in this little Ziploc bag so that every time I can find it. So this is the game that we're going to be playing. It is in the back of your teacher's manual, and I think it's also in the activity book. This is Fun with Emotions. And so I already have these all cut out from last time, and they just stay in this small little Ziploc baggie. Instructions are folded in there, and then we put all the emotions inside a cup. And this is a game that we kind of play together. And what you do is you pull out an emotion, and then you read the phrase like the emotion says. And normally we'll read the sentence or the phrase first so that we know what we're going to be reading. Then we pull a card, and then we say it again. So what's the first one?
By myself.
By myself.
Don't look at the camera.
Okay. Okay.
By myself.
Ooh. All right, and then we're just going to mark that off so we know that we read that one. Okay. Did you cry? Okay, let's see here. Did you cry? Did you cry?
Fry a fish.
There you go. Fry a fish.
Fry a fish.
Oh, no. All right. A bad spy.
A bad spy?
Oh, did you call me a bad spy?
Shy man. A shy man?
Step by Step. That was actually a show in the 90s. Step by Step. Step by Step. Oh yeah, calling out the 90s. Step by Step. Leave down in the comments if you ever watched the show Step by Step. I remember it being on TGIF, on, I think ABC had that or something. Used to watch that a lot. Oh, here we go. Your yak.
Your yak?
Yeah. Your yak? Is that your yak in my yard?
Black fly. A black fly?
No. All right. So we did all of those. We'll just do a quick erase over those. All right. Now we are going to finish the back page and we're going to do the sentences.
Did you jump? Did you jump on your bed?
This bench. This bench is not dry.
I went to the pond. I went to the pond by myself.
Very good. They can read this all by themselves, but a lot of times we just share because it ends up getting quite a bit of reading. So just to kind of help, I kind of do every other sometimes. I don't always, but it just makes it a little bit better, don't it?
Mm-hmm. The frog can fly.
Okay, we left out a little bit of this one, so let's try that again.
The frog cannot fly.
Very good. The frog cannot fly. All right, and then we are just going to try the challenge words just to see. We don't need this protective sheet, so I'll set that over to the side. Just a little note here, your beginning student isn't expected to read through the practice sheets in one sitting. Many students will still be at the stage of sounding out many of the words, and that can be tiring mental work. Stop before your student fatigues. You can always continue tomorrow. And that's a great thing to remember because there are many times where we stop halfway. So for instance, lesson 2 was a little bit longer. It was a little bit tiring. We did the review and we did the new teaching and then we did the activity sheets. And then the next day we did the reading words and the practice fluency sheet. And that way it wasn't too tiresome. It wasn't something that it didn't get fun anymore because as you can see, we did a lot of building. And so there was quite a bit. This lesson right here is exactly why I looked into the app because there was so much building and switching around with those tiles. I was like, I might want this app. And so this was definitely the reason for getting the app, and I really liked the app today. And so we're going to finish up here with our challenge words. Can you read those, please?
I ply.
Very good.
Bypass.
Very good. Good job.
I slide.
Mm-hmm.
I pry.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by.
Awesome.
I spy glass.
Awesome, hon. Give me 5. Way to go. So the book doesn't actually say anything about the challenge sheet in this particular lesson, but it's just located right behind the practice sheet, so you can see it very easily. Now you get to put a little frog sticker on your lily pad because you finished lesson 4.
These are the frog stickers.
And then here's she wants to show you, here's the little progress chart, so she'll put a little sticker on number 4.
And that's Herman.
That is Herman. That's the little character that we're following along with this level. And then it reminds you to also read aloud for 20 minutes. This is almost always, we will do this after we have lunch. That's when we have our reading time, so it doesn't necessarily have to follow right behind your lesson. So she's adding the chart, and then we have a little note from Herman here. He says, wow, the letter Y can be a vowel or a consonant, it's like a chameleon. If that doesn't put a boing in your step, I don't know what will. Wouldn't it be fun to be a chameleon like Y? It sure would be easier to evade foxes if I could blend into my surroundings. So she always enjoys it when Herman kind of gives us a note at the end of the lesson. And so lesson 5 is going to be the grump, and that is where we are going to have some warm-up sheets and an activity, and we will read a story. If you guys are interested in seeing us do a lesson where we do a story out of the reader, please put that down in the comments below. We will do a lesson like that if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll just leave it like this. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.
And give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
Thanks. We'll see you in our next one.
Bye.
Bye.